Hi, I'm Rarity, and this is the video for the update of the cheat engine table that I've made for Borderlands 3. Now, the previous video has the primary instructions and how to use most of these scripts, so refer back to that one for how to get this set up. So anyways, let's go here, do this, load the table. Alright, so first things first, the Guardian level script has been removed. This was the script that modified these levels, 8, 16, 25 I have here, in order to try to prevent you from getting Hollow Point. That has been removed because it was not very effective in the first place, and due to patches since that video, Hollow Point has been fixed and is no longer dealing, the kind of, it's no longer functionally dealing self-damage. Now, if you still want to respec your Guardian ranks for some reason, you can check Find Guardian Stats, and you see none of it's here. Gotta close and reopen the menu as usual. So you can see all the ranks here. Now, they don't have any labels. That's because it turns out that the game loads these stats in kind of a semi-random order. So even if I did label them, the labels would be incorrect the next time you ran the game, most likely. You can sort of tell which one is which by how many tokens you have. If you want to respec all of them, just click on one and shift-click on the last one to select all of them, or however you want to select these, then just hit enter, and you can edit all of them at the same time. So you can set them down to, no tokens used in any of them, or a lesser number, then use Find Guardian Tokens here, which gotta exit and re-enter the menu, and then set the number of Guardian Tokens however you should have according to your level. So basically give yourself the right number of tokens and remove them out of the stats, and then save and reload, and the game will recalculate your levels and let you respec from the beginning. I don't know why we don't have a respec option for this yet. Alright, now we have a bank modifier to allow you to store more things in the bank. So if we go and we look at my bank, I have 49 out of 50 items in my bank. I have all the SDU upgrades, so max of 50, and I've got 49 items in there and one more empty slot. So if I were to add something into it, scroll up, add something into it, I can do it, and then I click it again. It's making you probably can't hear, it's making a very slight little complaint noise at me. Well, let me just go and remove that again, I guess. Alright, now what we do is we check Find Bank Slots here. Then we go into the bank and we wait a few seconds for it to update. Alright, so it's at 50. Now, what if we change it to 200 and then exit and re-enter the bank? Now it's going to lag, because Borderlands 3 is laggy anytime you're dealing with interfaces, and even though these extra bank slots are all empty, the game still lags loading them for some reason. Now these extra bank slots do work, as you would expect. I wouldn't bother making a video on this if they didn't work. So let me just go and dump a bunch of stuff into it. Ooh, that lag. Cannot wait for a proper performance patch. Alright, so we go here. Lag. Now we have 80 out of 200. So we have 80 items in the bank and we have 200 capacity. Now let's uncheck that, and let's just say we were done using Cheat Engine and we were done for the day. There's something you need to be mindful of. Let me go and save and reload. Alright, reload the character. Alright, now if we go back to your bank, we'll find that the game has recalculated how much our max space should be based on how many SDU upgrades we bought. So our max space is only 50, but we still have 80 items in it. We can confirm 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80. So even though we only have 50 slots, we do have 80 items in. These items are not deleted. You can actually take them out, and they will appear in your inventory just fine, but you won't be able to add anything else because you're over capacity. So if you do want to use the expanded bank space, you will have to use Cheat Engine every time you want to add something into your bank. Like close and reopen your bank. Wait a second for it to update. There we go. And you're going to have to reset it every single time. And deal with the lag. But it is more bank space until they fix the interface and actually give us a way to get more bank space. Now, another new script is one that was requested in the comments of the previous video in order to add 99 skill points into a skill. So I don't actually have any skill points, so let me choose Find Skill Points, exit and re-enter the menu, set it to 2, I guess. Alright, So now I've got 2 skill points. Let me exit and re-enter. I have 2. This doesn't update if it doesn't think it should update. All right, so let's check max skill rank. And now anytime we put any points into anything, it will put it to 99 ranks. So for example, here we have Illuminated Fist, melee damage plus 75%. It can only have 1 rank, but we put 1 skill point in it, and bam, it is 99 ranks. So now melee damage plus 7,425%. So like this, you can give yourself crazy, stats by doing this. One thing to note is that some skills you might not want at super high levels because they might make you zoom around incredibly fast, or they might just overflow something or cause some sorts of issues. So you can customize this. So if you uncheck it and then double click the script portion to get to the script, you can see that on line 17 it has an overwrite comment right there, and it says int 99. That means integer, like decimal for us, 99. So if we change that to, for example, 10, then hit OK and recheck it so that it modifies it again, and now we have, say, indiscriminate, ricochet chance 10%. Put a point into it, bam, now it's at 10 ranks out of 3, ricochet chance 100%. Let's undo that. And by the way, if you were to respec, you would get that many skill points back. It does think that I have 99 in this skill and 10 in this, so if I respec, this will respec 99 points at me. So just so you're aware, you might want to use find skill points to reset yourself if you want things to appear even. Now, the final new script we have is the loot modifier down here. Now, if you'd like to see why I had trouble finding loot chances previously, and the various caveats and my testing and stuff like that, if you wanted to see the technical details, it's on page 2 of the thread with the table in it. Otherwise, I'm going to check it. And we can see here that it has a couple of comments in it because this value is in hexadecimal. Now, you could right-click it and put it in decimal form because you can check show as decimal, but the decimal form isn't really the way the game deals with it, so it's not it's harder to say. Like, it's easier to say change this value to 1000 than it is to say change this value to whoops, not signed. You right-click it, choose show as hexadecimal. So if you set it to 1000, it's going to, God, this thing is loud. It's going to give you greens almost all the time. If you set it to 0, it's going to give you whites all the time. So if we have 1000, that's easier to say than, oh yeah, just set it to 4096, or, if you wanted to get a bunch of purples, you could set it to 6000, or, 24,576. So it's just easier to just deal with it in hex. So 0 is pretty much whites, 1000 is pretty much greens, 2000 and up is like blues, like 4000 I think is like blues and maybe purples, 6000 is like purples and maybe legendaries, 7000 is where you start getting legendaries from things. By default, I set it to 7F00 because if you set it to 8000 or above, as it says here, you will not get any drops from anything. Ammo crates won't even give you loot. Now, it's kind of difficult to determine which value to use. I have not tested every single value. I just found that 7000 worked and 8000 didn't, so I tried to get as close to 8000 as possible. This is scaled by various things. So, for example, if you were to go and kill Grave Ward with this value, you would get nothing but legendary drops or things from the legendary drop pool. Note that in this game, not everything in the legendary drop pool is actually legendary. There are 1 or 2 unique guns, such as the Hunted, in this pool, and there are some blue and purple colored cosmetics that are actually in the legendary drop pool, so that's just a quirk of the game. Now, of course, like I mentioned, this is scaled. If you go and kill bosses with this, they're just going to drop legendaries, but if you go and kill normal enemies with this, they're going to drop purples. However, if you fight badasses, they're going to drop legendaries and all that. So let me load into an actual map and show you what I mean. Or, let's go to the droughts. Alright. Now, with the default loot value of 7F00, well, this is the default modified loot value, you'll find that if you kill enemies, if they decide to drop equipment at all, they should drop purples. Oh, hello, car. There we go, there's a purple. There's another purple. So we have a class mod, another class mod. Ooh. Now, upgraded enemies like badasses and named enemies, bosses, things like that, legendary hunts, they can actually give legendaries because they have improved loot chances. Go down here. Let's see. If we were to find something like a chubby skag, those have increased loot chances. Yep, just purples everywhere for now. However, the moment you kill a boss or a badass or something like that, you will definitely get legendaries. Wow, another car wants to explode right here, being so rude while I'm giving a demonstration. Alright. Oh, here's a chubby skag. Let's kill it. Bam! Loot explosion right there. Got some iridium too. Car driving out there. We'll ignore that. What is that thing? Oh, normal skag. Alright, so what do we get? Legendary class mod for Zane, Wood Blocker, ASMD, Firestorm. Let's find something else. Alright, well, just killed a bunch of Arkids, got purples, don't care. Let's see what this outhouse has. Bam, purples. Because this is a kind of a chest, like a white chest or a red chest, even an outhouse, where you can actually get legendary. So, long musket, face puncher, neat. Let's get some more. Oh, hello, anointed aggro tank. Where is it? Where did that thing go? Didn't go over here, did it? Oh, yes, it did. Oh, hey, another chest. Oh, no loot that time. Now we break this guy. Bam! Legendaries again. Okay. Artifact. Class mod. Hey. Malik's Bane. And a wood blocker again. Alright. Alright, so refrigerators are not improved loot sources like chests. You will not get legendaries out of them with this value. And here we go. Inferno Badass Feral Varkid. There we go. What's this? Alright, just 2 drops from that. Standardized carrier. Alright. Let's see. And I don't believe we can reopen Typhon logs. Or Typhon dead drops. Yeah, I've already opened this one. Okay. These can give legendaries too if you haven't opened them yet. Alright, and that should about do it for this video. Download the cheat table from the link in the description. Make sure to enjoy it. And as I said at the end of the last video, Loud Machine, please do not use this to grief other players. Please just use this to explore around the game, you know, see part distribution, deck out characters, you know, warp around, try to see what's around the map and all that, explore stat changes, just, you know, have fun with it yourself. Please don't use it to grief other players.